No, they were sculpted by Wayne Toth from scratch. They did a face mold of me, and then he made them from that.
What are you reaching for?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
I got questions.
Oh, questions?
I'm a fan. What's your, each of you, what's your favorite part of the convention so far? Like a memorable moment? Silence, that's awesome. That went over well. Next question.
No, it's just being able to come out here and meet all the fans and get to interact with you guys that are true fans of it and that enjoy what we do. Because without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And I really appreciate that. Thank you all for coming very much. You know, and I hope some of you guys like what I do. I don't know, you know?
Oh, don't give it to Nick. He'll be like, the bar last night, it was real cool.
You know, the thing is that
I'd say something better than that, wouldn't I, probably?
Oh, Lord, no.
Maybe?
No, Brian's talking.
karma's a bitch.
That's still going on bail block.
Did it on purpose. I thought that was cool. Sorry, you don't. It's okay.
I don't even. Wow, following this. The thing is that I grew up just like an awkward kid. You know, it's like I grew really fast. I was awkward. I really didn't fit in socially. I didn't fit in physically, and I just found this escape in monsters. You know, and I connected with that whole outcast element, connected with all that. So the thing is that was the reason that it's like man behind the mask. Sometimes it's man hiding behind a mask, you know, because it gives me this freedom to kind of go out and experience, you know, what it's like to be this thing. Dude, it's okay, man. This is my story. It's cool. Oh, was it? I thought you were sleeping. I didn't know what happened. So the thing is that when I come to this convention and I get to interact with people that you know, and you guys like they kind of feel the same way, that attach yourselves to these characters, it just makes me feel like I'm home, and I just totally dig it. It's like this is what I love. I feel more comfortable at a convention than I do out there in the real world, and this is just what I love. I love being here. So man, I just thank all you guys for showing up, man, and just like showing the love for us. It's cool.
God. No, I'll keep it brief because tall guys are getting mad at me. No, I mean, I don't know. If I wasn't doing this, I'd be just going to them, you know. I grew up on the East Coast. I used to always go to like the Cherry Hill conventions in Jersey back then. I don't know. It's just cool. Like I said, if I wasn't in these movies, I would just be watching them. So, yeah. Thank you.
Along the lines of the convention, was there any costume you saw over the weekend, a fan-made costume that really stuck out to you?
Yeah, Metalocalypse, the guy dressed up as like Dr. Roxo. I thought that was one of the most original things ever, and he just stayed in character the whole time, did the voice, everything. Like very rarely do I stop and ask to get like a picture, but I like instantly was like, "Can I have a picture, please?" He was fucking cool. And there's a Jawa walking around today that's pretty badass too.
I have to say, it's like, yeah, when I saw, he introduced me to that guy, and I was like, I didn't follow the series, didn't see the show, but when I saw it, I was like, wow, that was just, it impressed the hell out of me.
I didn't think anyone was walking around in costumes. I thought that's Porky's real head here. It's not? Oh, sorry. Well, you know, there was yesterday a big I didn't want to say it all together because people are filming this, but that was kind of funny.
That's hilarious. My favorite is the guy dressed as Gary Busey at his table. That guy's got him spot on because he won't break character all day. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, like it's my favorite.
Do you guys have a favorite Busey story?
No.
That we can share publicly? Any other questions?
Not going near that.
You know, it's kind of cool when you do a movie with a rock star. because you get to loot things afterwards. But no, I mean, it was very cool. I have both the masks. I have the orange mask. I have the jumpsuits. I have the whole costumes, head to toe. That is one thing that I do. I try and keep something from everything I do. I've got the arrow that shot in my leg in Troy. I've got the Troy suit. Derek likes to wear it when he comes over. It's a little thin skirt. Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm just kind of like a collector that myself too. You know, I've got the knives. I mean, the prop guys handed them to me on the first one and said, "You deserve this. You did justice to the character." So that made me feel real good because they were big fans of it too, and so I have both of those, and I you know, just collect them, store them away, and you know, that's it. Anybody?
For mine, I got to keep the, I think there are 6 masks made, and I got number 6, I believe, for the Jason mask. Everything else I've ever worked on, I get a high five and a stick of gum. That's about it.
At least you get the high five.
That's true. Hey man, we really appreciate your hard work, and I have that note. Okay, bye.
Fed's just figuring out like
It's a replica.
That was like a setup question. Now I'm just totally busted.
Fed's just trying to figure out like, whose house to rob later on. Like,
Right.
that guy got nothing. That guy.
There was like maybe 3 Chrome Skull masks, I think, at first. Like 2 were like stunt masks, and then the other one was that. But I said right from the get-go I wanted to keep some of the knives. There were a lot of knives, and then I wanted to keep one of the masks. And I just kept like sneezing inside this one mask because I really wanted to keep that one. And I would just be like, I don't know what it is, I have a cold. It's good. Here you go. You know, but
I somehow do too.
What's been the most difficult part of any of your costumes to work with?
I did, again, the George Kennedy movie. It's called Sands of Oblivion. Oh God, it's so stupid. It's a giant Anubis creature, and I had to wear like a paraplegic's halo, so I couldn't turn my head at all. It was just literally this fucking metal halo like on my head, and then this 80-pound servo-filled thing with like 3 guys with remote control car things moving the faces, and it was like 80 pounds and it stuck out like this far from my head. And there was this one fight scene I had to fucking, the guy's like, listen, if you fall forward you'll probably break your neck, so don't do that. And they're like, okay, ready? Roll sound. So that was just shitty, to say the least.
I was in this movie. Oh, okay, it was a TV special, wasn't it? Maybe I just remembered. And like 2 people saw it probably. It was called Peter Benchley's Creature. And I played this like half man, half shark, so just go with me on this thing.
Man shark.
And oh dude, it was horrible. Anyhow, so basically when they made the suit, like there's just this huge shark face out here, and like your elbows come out and then the arms form fins. It was this thing. But the thing is, when they made the suit, one of the over at San Winston Studio, when we shot it up in Vancouver, they said, we kept talking about, shouldn't we put some type of breathing apparatus in this thing? I'm gonna be in the water. And they kept assuring me, like, you're never gonna be in more than 6 inches of water, don't worry about it, it's gonna be fine. And then we got there and we filmed a little bit, and they didn't tell me like the 6 inches of water would be 6 inches over my head type of thing. And so it's like, just jump in, it'll be fine. And the thing is, like, we never had a safety team. It was like one of these low budget things. And I had to hold my breath long enough after you did it so that when you came up, the water had to drain out of the face, come down, and then finally it would reveal my face.
Oh man.
That was fun. That was the hardest. Half man, half shark. Totally believable. Totally believable. I also was in another movie, The Edge, where I played an animatronic bear. This is so out of like this genre right now. I just totally went in another direction. And I was fighting Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin. And what they did is they put, this time I had a breathing apparatus, which was great. And they put me down, they put me on like this ejector seat, okay? And then they put me down in 12 feet of water with my breathing apparatus, with the animatronic bear suit on me. and we rehearsed it over and over and over. And then by the time the day we went to go film it, there was 6 inches of ice on where we were supposed to film it. So they broke the ice away and they put me in a wetsuit and they said, let's go, you know, type of thing. And the thing is that when they lowered me down into it, I had to also hold my breath down there because they didn't want any bubbles down on the thing. But it was funny because it never made it into the movie, if you ever saw The Edge, because they launched me once, and I basically looked like a guy coming out of a cannon, like a bear that should be attacking with his arms up like this. Because of the force of the water, my arms like went flying down like this, and the head went flying straight back. So it wasn't.
There's got to be an announcement real quick. Sorry.
Okay. We're going to interrupt the believable bear ejector seat story with a public service announcement.
Wow. Well, this is the first time I'm speechless. I mean, because I've got all these things going through my head and I can't say any of them.
Can you walk around it? Like change the words? Or change the people?
There's a guy
Nope.
in Speedo.
Well, actually, one of the funniest ribs that I saw was we were in Buffalo in the middle of winter, and 2 guys were feuding. And this was back in the day when everybody had the nice snakeskin cowboy boots. Well, the one guy decided to glue the cowboy boots, like crazy glue them to the floor, and cut one of his pant legs off. And left him like that in the middle of winter. It was like 40 below. And so he had to wear his wrestling trunks back to the hotel. That was kind of funny.
Who was it?
Nobody. I mean, I've seen far too much crazy stuff. I guess that's why I'm, you know, sick in that. Anytime you're in a dressing room with a bunch of big guys and some of them are wearing thongs, it's kind of wrong.
I'm done.
I don't know what to do with this.
Want everybody to give a big round of applause to our panel?